All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Welcome back to another discussion. All right, today's video is very interesting. Happy Friday. Today is going to be our first video for the Magic the Gathering Finance Fridays. You like that? Finance Fridays. I thought of that myself. So what this is basically every Friday, I'm going to do only financial videos. Hence, Finance Fridays. I want you guys to give me a lot of feedback on these videos. I want you guys to tell me what you guys want to see, what topics. If you guys have relevant topics for Magic Finance, I'm going to take those comments, I'm going to print those out, and I'm going to start making videos just for those type of questions. It sometimes will be questions from people. Sometimes it will be videos in terms of specific Magic topics, but only on Fridays. Well, I'm not saying that I won't do financial videos throughout the week, but specifically on Fridays, it's going to be all about Magic the Gathering Finance. All right, so today's topic, I mean, there was a lot of topics to talk about, and I've decided to keep it under the most important topic of all of Magic the Gathering for all the older cards. And that is obviously, you guessed it, what's going on in the reserve list. All right, so I haven't talked about the reserve list for a long time. I haven't spoken about what I think what's going on, and I'm going to go a little bit in depth of kind of a bigger, high level, and a little details of what I think is going on. All right, so first off, the health of the Magic market. I think you guys have seen my videos in the past, but the shift of the modern standard player growing up, also accumulating wealth, and also having extra expendable income has gone into old school, vintage, and legacy cards, and specifically reserve list cards. So I've had this conversation in the past with you guys, and basically this trend has been going on for the last few years on a very bullish trend. In fact, my outlook on this is that it's not going to end. I think the bullish trend for reserve list cards is going to continue going on. There's also going to be a lot of speculation on a lot of reserve list cards, weird reserve list cards that you would never think that would occur. There's like some weird ass kelp wall or wall of kelp from Homelands going up to like $25 or something. There's different cards like Frankenstein's monsters and some weird ass creatures from the dark, and different random sets, right? Urza's Destiny, it doesn't matter what it is. There's cards that are being bought up on the reserve list. For those of you who think that reserve list card speculation is stupid and dumb, I'm here to tell you guys something. It's healthy. It's healthy because people are investing their money into something that they want to, they're speculating. They're bullish enough to speculate and be aggressive to buy other things, to buy other commodities other than traditional investments like stocks, bonds, real estate. They're so bullish on Magic the Gathering cards, they're willing to buy some kelp wall versus like saving up for a house. That's absolutely freaking insane, right? But it's not insane in the sense that if you are first to market in your decision making, you will have an opportunity to basically make a lot of money. Now, turn first to market. I've talked about this before. Rudy's talked about it before. Basically, it's, being the first to market is basically being the trendsetter. Now, things have been pretty advanced in Magic the Gathering investing, but that does not mean there's not opportunities to be first to market or actually be in the market, have a foresight in the market before something jumps. A lot of this has to do with not paying what the market is. Well, damn, what does that mean? Well, not paying what the market is basically means you're going to have to overpay what it says on the eBay completed sales. You have to overpay what someone will ask if there's some type of bidding going on. You're going to have to overpay what you usually think it is and then go up X amount, double digit, maybe double the value, especially for high-end quality cards. Now, obviously with the filming of this video, I did this video about the Alpha Black Lotus 9.5. It's already at, it was like 55,500 within like the first day. Obviously, it's gone up since then, but I have to say, people didn't think that card would even reach $40,000, right? People were afraid to buy those cards. I think, in fact, I had one for the longest time for like $35,000. No one wanted to buy it, and I think what I realized here is that when you are interested in buying a rare collectible, you have to have the foresight, you have to have the risk level tolerance to basically buy into something and not have too much information, to overanalyze the information. A lot of people in Magic investing like to overanalyze everything. You forget something, that in a bull market, you have so many aggressive buyers ready to pay for something. If you see something, you have to go off and just go after it. In the case of going aggressive, I would recommend buying cards, just buying them like in one big swoop. Maybe on TCG Player, maybe on eBay, whatever. But if you're going to make a move into buyouts or be aggressive in investing and have the foresight to do so first to market, or I want to say first to market, like the very first person. I'm talking more about for the next run up of the market, right? Because first to market doesn't mean you're the first person only, but you're like the first person into the next run. Might be another term for that. You guys can put in the comments below if I'm absolutely dumb about my terminology. But I look, obviously there's certain people, I've been accredited with a person grading a lot of cards and putting on the set registry, selling to people on the PSA set registry and grading that market. I guess I was first to market. Some people say I did that, right? But I also think that you yourself can be first to market if you use moves that you can create by yourself. Now, some of you guys think, well, Dan, that's manipulation, and that's short-term gains. Well, unfortunately, you're wrong, because if you look at cards that are low undervalued cards, and you buy into them, even at the levels that you see today, you could actually make a large gain throughout the long term. Now, Dan, what cards are they? What should I buy? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna have to do some videos later on of specific cards, but I will say this, and I've been saying this for a very long time. I think that dual lands and alpha beta cards are gonna be very strong for a very long time. I also think unlimited cards will go up too. And I don't know if I've said this in a video before, but I will say this, that it would not shock me that one day revised dual lands become $1,000 a card. That's right. Plateau, Badlands, Savannah, Bayou, what's the other one? Taiga, $1,000 for a card. Well, Dan, beat up condition? No, I'm talking about, near mint condition, right? Unplayed. But I wouldn't be surprised if that runs up to that level. The played ones could go up too, like crazy. So why wouldn't, who knows? But here's the foresight analysis. If that occurs, that means that the unlimited, the alpha, and the beta cards are to a level of 5 figures. Yeah, that's right. I said it. So if you want to, depending on what casino table you want to play, what table of investment level you want to be in, if you want to speculate, or I wouldn't even call it speculate. Yeah, speculate. If you want to invest into revised dual lands, heavy, that's fine. You want to be the master of having lots of little cards. That's fine. Some people like that. But I have to tell you that I like to put my money into a diversified portfolio, but I like to stick with alpha and beta cards, and specifically alpha cards. Now, you might say, hey, Dan, I don't have the money to buy alpha cards. They're very expensive. I only get one alpha card, then I can buy like 30 revised cards, right? Well, you're right. But the thing is, you might be thinking, well, Dan, there's a higher chance that 30 revised cards will go up. But the move for an alpha card is significantly higher. This is like that Berkshire Hathaway analogy I did in one of my videos, where the stock is like $288,000 or whatever for the A share. And it's an incredible amount of money, right? People be intimidated, be like, oh, I can buy like one share and that's my entire mutual fund portfolio. But the thing is, you got to understand that if you had more income and you diversified, that stock could potentially be a nice steady growth. And it's based on the company, or in this case, based on the card. Alpha Black Lotus. I'm going to say it right now. The card is very valuable. It's like $20,000, it's like $15,000, $20,000 raw, ungraded, beat up condition sometimes, maybe 12, 13,000 inked, 15,000. I'd probably say one day it's going to be about 15,000, 20,000 without even looking, here very soon. But that's the whole point, is that the moves on that card are much greater. For example, a 9.5 Alpha Lotus, basic subgrade Lotus, you could have bought that, I don't know, 5 years ago for like $25,000. 6 years ago, $25,000. And right now, it's already at double the price. Now, you're probably saying, whoa, Dan, double the price? Well, dual lands have gone up, revised dual lands have gone up more than double the price. I mean, they used to be like, I don't know, like Underground Sea used to be like $150, and now they're like maybe $900. So that's like, what is that? That's like 6 times the price? That's more than double the price, right? But what's the growth? The growth is from 150 to 900, so let's say what? Let's just make it 1,000. Let's say $850 growth for that one card. Okay. I can understand that. So what? At that point in your life, you could afford what? Maybe 1 or 2 of those cards, 4 of those cards, 8 of the cards, whatever, right? You had some growth. I don't think you got them all at the $150 mark, right? You probably got some at what? The, $300 mark, $400 mark, $500 mark? Who bought in? Depending on where you were at, you got them at certain points in your Magic investing, right? So let's talk about the Alpha Lotus. If you would have bought at the $25,000 mark, it's already it's double. So it's like $25,000 of growth. And we're not done with the auction, let's say. Let's say it goes to 60, 65, 70, which I wouldn't doubt if it went to 75. Let's say it does something like that, right? What does that say about the analogy of you put a larger principal in, but you get a bigger result later? And some people like to invest, like Rudy, he likes to buy like an Ice Age box, buy 100 Ice Age boxes, and he makes like $100 to $200 to $300 a box additional, right? And that's great. That's less investment and more higher profit margins, but the return values, the dollar amount values, I think the Alpha Lotus will trump that here, very soon. Because what will happen is at a certain point, the Ice Age box that you bought or your revised Dual Lands box, it will hit the wall. It will just stop. Because what will happen is like cards like the Alpha Black Lotus or the Alpha Power 9 or the Alpha Dual Lands I keep talking about. Those cards just will fly to the roof exponentially to the moon because there's only so few of them. And there's so many as you get older, the wealth of the people in Magic the Gathering, doesn't matter if you were someone that first started playing or now you're just someone that's a tech guy right now, or you have your own company, you might be a lawyer, doctor, businessman, whatever you are. Doesn't matter if you're from Europe, China, Japan, it doesn't matter where you are, right? Australia, there's clients all over the world that want to buy into their nostalgia. And the collectors that buy into the nostalgia of the game at the highest levels, and even artwork, are the people that these people want the best. They want the pimp cards. They want the crazy summer Magic cards sometimes. You misprints. They want the high-end alpha artwork, Arabian Nights, Legends. They want things that are different. They want things that make things like they're unique, that their collection is unique from the average person. And I'm not putting down the average Joe here. I'm being dead serious. Why do you think there's people that spend $50 million for a penthouse in New York? They want exclusivity. They want to be in front of Central Park. They want the best location. They want the best space. They want the best address. And why do you think people want to go to the best restaurants or the best cars? Why do you think people drive luxury things and have nicer cruises versus just the basic Carnival cruise room, the state room, right? They have different levels of things, different experiences based on your budget. Why do you have the floor seats to the Lakers rather than sitting in the bleacher seats? Why do you do that? Because you want exclusivity. And the point of this Finance Friday video is to tell you that the reason why the high-end growth, the reason why the upwards growth, and reason why to put your money into high-end stuff and not be afraid and have the foresight that putting your money into high-end yield items doesn't necessarily mean you have more risk. It doesn't mean you have more risk. In fact, in many cases, it's more of a stable company. It's more of a stable investment. You know, like people thought like General Electric, for example, the stock, it was like $30 or something for the longest time, and now it's tanked to like $11 because of some financial issues. But the General Electric, right, has been around for a long time. And they thought like, oh, that price point was a good price point. But then, you know, you look at companies like Amazon, you look at the higher price points like Apple. The price points are like $1,000, you know, like Google, right? I mean, I think Google even split. But my whole point is that you can't just be afraid of putting your money into like a $30 stock. You got to put it into the larger price stocks. Now, the problem with that analogy, and I'll end you with this, is that just because that stock may be $30 doesn't mean it doesn't have growth to go up. But I will tell you that there is a reason why companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft have grown over the years. And that's the reason why Alpha Black Lotuses, Power 9, Dual Lands will continue rising. Thanks for watching the first Finance Friday video. If you guys like these videos, please put your comments below. Hit subscribe. I want to hear your feedback. Next week's Finance video, I'm going to think of some other topics, but I hope you guys enjoyed the discussion. Obviously, there's more to talk about. You guys enjoy your weekend. Take care.